What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Edwards, live from Brooklyn, New York. This is Panthers Pride Television. Look, I know I'm feeling a little bit better, and I know I said that I'm going to be in a different state this week, but the state that I'm supposed to be going to is supposed to be snowing. So, look like we're still here in Brooklyn until it's time to go to that new state. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so if you guys remember, I gave y'all a rundown on the important events that are coming up within the next couple of weeks. Just the key dates. Okay, so starting on literally today, teams are going to be able to franchise tag and transition tag players. I'm going to break that down even a little more than I have before. The NFL Scouting Combine is in 6 days, starting February 24th. Then March 10th is where teams can contact unrestricted free agents. This is where guys are going to be signing those big money, big breaking deals. And then April 21st is when guys are going to begin offseason workouts. Then NFL draft days, April 24th as well. So, just a little breakdown on exactly what's an NFL transition tag versus a franchise tag. So, the franchise tag, there's three different type of franchise tags. All right, so the first one, you got the normal franchise tag. The normal franchise tag is a non-exclusive tag. It is a tag where players can also negotiate with other teams. It is also a tag where that team can match any other team's offer. So if you guys remember a couple years ago, about 2 years ago, when Lamar Jackson was franchise tagged and he was placed on a non-exclusive tag, teams could have offered Lamar Jackson's the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers. We could have offered him during that time frame, but we all know that the Baltimore Ravens would have ended up matching that offer that we would offer them, and it just would have been a big old waste. So that's a time, the non-exclusive is a time where players can contact and their agents can contact other teams and get a set price. And if this team that franchise tag said player on a non-exclusive tag, if they believe that they don't want to pay that much, they can let that player go on a non-exclusive franchise tag and receive 2 first-round selections. So that's just kind of the first tag, the non-exclusive. The second one is a transition tag. So with the transition tag, it is literally the top 10 salaries of the average player at that position for the current year. So you're going to see a situation where this might not happen, but a T. Higgins, if he was placed on a transition tag, he would have the top 10 average contract of the top players of that season. So he would have the Justin Jefferson averaged in there, the Amon-Ra, the A.J. Brown, I can't think of any other guys right now off the top of my head, but basically the top 10 salaries for the transition tag for that current year, that's what a transition tag is. So non-exclusive is where you can contact other teams. If your team does not want to pay you, they will receive 2 first-round picks. The transition tag is the average of the top 10 salaries for that specific position for that year. And then the exclusive franchise tag. So now if you get the exclusive franchise tag, like I said, February 18th, the exclusive franchise tag is the top 5 players for that position at that current year. But the thing about the exclusive is it's the top 5 salaries for that position in that current year, but it does not begin until free agency is over. So let's say there's a situation where Micah Parsons gets the exclusive franchise tag for the Dallas Cowboys. So if he gets the non-exclusive or the exclusive franchise tag for the Dallas Cowboys, he's going to have the top 5 salaries for the defensive end position that season. And let's say that Nick Bosa signs another record-breaking deal. Guess what? Micah Parsons' exclusive franchise deal is going to go up even more because he just broke the bank, per se. So that's the difference between the 3 different types of tags. Non-exclusive, transitional, and franchise. And now when you look at the Panthers, How the hell do we not have anybody that we want to franchise tag? If you just look right here, you're probably gonna have to zoom in. I'm probably gonna have to zoom in just a little bit. But this was our supposed to be starting defense for this past season. Jordan Fuller, Xavier Woods, Josie Jules, Shaq Thompson, DJ Wanham, Derek Brown, and then you got I can't think of his name. Barno, Clowney, Horn, Hill, Jackson. You mean to tell me we are about to have 21 guys available for free agency and we don't got nobody that we can franchise tag? How bad are we? That is the type of dysfunction that we have had in the Panther organization since David Tepper has taken over. And now we're starting to see a change. He's pulling back his restraints a little bit, letting Dan Morgan and Dave Canales do their job. But the fact that this is just the defensive side, and we're going to let several of these guys go. Our safeties are going to be gone. Xavier Woods, Jordan Fuller, Shaq Thompson. So you're talking literally from 11 players, you're talking about the possibility of a 1, 2, 3, 4. You're talking about 6 guys that's going to be gone from the defensive side. You're talking about more than half of your defensive starters gone because of free agency. We have 21 players available for free agency. And you mean to tell me we don't have any guys that is that dude that is worth paying or slapping a franchise tag on? To me, slapping a franchise tag to a certain extent is a good problem to have. If you are slapping a franchise tag on a guy, like the Cincinnati Bengals are going to slap the franchise tag on a T. Higgins or Trey Hendricks, to me that's a good problem to have. Because one, it says that this guy is too good to let go. And secondly, probably the second reason why it might not be a good situation is because y'all two, for whatever reason, keep butting head when it comes to money disputes. I really believe wholeheartedly that slapping a franchise tag is a good problem to have. The Giants, they slapped the franchise tag on Saquon Barkley 2 years ago. They let him go for whatever the hell reason, and you saw what he did this past season. But you look at this damn defense. Who the hell right now, outside of J.C. Horn, is worth slapping the franchise tag on? We already paid D. Brown. But everybody else, this is Pro Football Focus, they are in the yellow. They are the bottom half of the defensive backs or just defensive system that we have had for quite some time. Like, it is that bad. I'm going to try to zoom in just a little bit. But it is that bad. Just look at it. Jackson, Hill, Fuller, Woods, Wanham. This is what I mean by we have got to make defense is the only way to go in the first 2 rounds. I know for a fact, just based off of the secondary, there's no reason why we won't go Will Johnson with the first selection at number 8 overall, or Malachi Starks. Like I'm convinced that we're going secondary at number 8. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I don't give a damn how many reports we put out. Based off of these metrics, it is screaming secondary help. And like I said, we're missing 5 to 6 guys in free agency, this upcoming free agency. So just the ability to lose 21 guys and we can't slap the franchise tag on anybody is kind of absurd to me. But so with that being said, there are a couple other guys that I think that we should definitely take a look at. I think that there is a safety out there that has not been talked about, and a lot of guys don't know about him because he plays on the West Coast. He played for a sorry team, and he obviously their team sucked. So when you look at the second best safety, in my opinion, the first one is Javon Holland. The second one is Trayvon Moehrig. Now, when you look at him, he's a young guy, played 17 games this past season, 2 total interceptions, but that is not an indication of how he really affected the game at a safety standpoint for the Las Vegas Raiders. 5 tackles for losses, 10 PBUs, 104 total tackles. He's younger than Xavier Woods. He's better than a Jordan Fuller. He's better than a Sam Franklin. I think that we acquire Sam Franklin back because of the addition that he does for special teams wise. But if we're just looking at just a safety upgrade, this guy right here is going to be that guy. Now, if we go safety in free agency, we're not going Malachi Starks. We're not going Will Johnson with our first selection. But if we have a chance to get him, guys, we got to get him. We got to get him. I just showed you what the hell we look like. Like, look at this. This is garbage. And he's better than everybody currently speaking that's on our roster. It's night and day. He's better than Xavier Woods. He's going to make more plays on the ball. He's going to be able to have more pass breakups. He's going to stick his nose out in there. And that's what you look for in the safety spot right now, currently speaking. You need a guy that can run the alleys and play the ball. That's just what the game is coming to, especially in today's game where it's a passing league. So Trayvon Moehrig is another guy that I am looking forward to. And if we go him, then obviously we're going defensive line with our first selection. But without a doubt, I know for a fact we're going to look heavily at defensive line and heavily at safety this free agency just because of the multiple guys that are being available. Like I said, 21 freaking free agents. That's not applicable. Okay, so another guy. There have been talks about a hometown hero, a guy that I say 3-3-6 all the time. If I'm fantasy drafting, I'm getting him 5th or 6th round. He's a hometown hero, and his name is Keenan Allen. Everybody knows Keenan Allen, a legend from the 3-3-6, Greensboro, North Carolina's finest. Played 15 games this past season, averaged just roughly over 49.5 yards per game receiving, had over 70 receptions, 7 receiving touchdowns, and 744 yards receiving this year. Now, his best days are behind him. He's going to be 33 years of age, but he's going to come in for a cheap price. Now, he has said on record that if he does not get retained by the Chicago Bears, he would like to look back at L.A. because he has a home out there. He went to University Cal, so he wouldn't mind reuniting with Justin Herbert and going back to the Chargers. But, I mean, my guy, you're a legend from the city, man. Play for the blue and black. Play for the Carolina Panthers. You're a 3-3-6 legend, a hometown hero. You still have the ability to get open. Yes, I understand that it looked like you was running with a damn piano on your back. But at the end of the day, man, I know that you can still cause separation even at the old age of 33. Better than the receivers that we have currently speaking. He's better than Adam Thielen. He's better than Xavier Legette. He's better than Jalen Coker. Obviously, these guys have more upside because they're younger. But just if we're looking for a guy that is going to increase what's the word I'm looking for? Speed up the development of a Bryce Young. This guy right here. You saw him speed up the development of a Justin Herbert. He gets open consistently. He's the good old reliable receiver. Hell, you even saw him progress the progress of Caleb Williams this past season. So another legend from the 3-3-6, man. We got to take a look at him. 3-3-6 and Trayvon Moehrig are just two guys right now, currently speaking, that I'm looking forward to what we might do in the free agency.